Hello and welcome to ARA's Flying Finish. I am your host, Mike Sean. With me this evening is Barry McKenna, winner of the 2020 Snowdrift Rally. Barry, welcome to the Flying Finish. How the heck you doing this evening, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Well, you must be doing pretty good because you just dominated from the start there at Snowdrift. Never had to look behind you. Was that the goal to just pull out a big lead in the very beginning and then just kind of ease it from there, or did you just felt comfortable and that was your pace?
Yeah, listen, from last year, I think we got through half the rally before we had to go out with a gearbox issue. But we felt very comfortable, and we were just looking forward to getting back and having another crack at it. Conditions were slightly different this year. Now it wasn't as much fresh snow, but yeah, we're a bit cautious on the opening loop, and then started settling in, and then we started setting some good times. And yeah, it went very good. So we were fit to keep a nice steady push on the whole way.
Now, in this event, you had the R5 out there, and that's what you also did last year. What was the reason for bringing the R5 versus the S2000 Turbo?
Yeah, the R5 is just it's a much more nimbler car to drive. You know, we're out there. We've no studs. You know, we're limited to what tires we can use. So the other car, you know, just be too much power, and you'd end up, you know, getting a lot of push on in the corners from the amount of torque you have. So the R5 was the better option.
All right. So versus last year going into this year, definitely the conditions were a little bit different. They were changing all the time this time. Not as cold, thankfully, but that warmer temperature really kind of switched to slush on Saturday. You had the sleet with some of the snow coming down on Friday night, plus a lot of night stages. It's very different from most of the rallies that we do. Did you have to go at it a little bit different than you did last season?
Yeah, it was the fresh snow, was like a huge help. Like I don't think it stopped snowing at all last year when we were there, so we were fit to go in on the sides of the road and get all our braking done. Knowing that the car would slow up on the thicker snow layer. But this year you didn't have that, and if the snow banks were very soft because it was a lot warmer, so we were afraid of going in and getting sucked in. But like Friday night, them stages they were actually much the same the whole way through. But on Saturday they were very unpredictable. 4 mile of the stage could be decent grip, and then the last 3-4 mile might be complete ice. So it was, you just had to feel it out, and none of the stages Saturday I don't think had the same level of grip from the start to finish. They kept differing. But yeah, no, it was you had to be cautious at the same time. I wouldn't have liked to been fighting for a couple of seconds going into the last stage. It would have been a hairy ride.
Well, let's talk about that last stage, because you didn't get a chance to experience it last year because of your mechanical issue. But this year you got to do Bonfire Alley, where it's a little bit crazy with those guys tossing gas on those fires and it just sparking up huge flames. What was that like to experience it?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I don't even know how many spectators does be out in Bonfire Alley, but like it was from the start of the stage to the finish of the stage. There was fires every couple of 100 feet, and it was unreal. It was to see the level of commitment from spectators on that it's fantastic. It's really good. And I've been in a few different places, and I don't think I've seen that amount of spectators on one stage. Maybe in Barbados, but yeah, it was amazing. We started that stage. It was probably twilight. Probably would have been a hell of a show at full dark. But yeah, it was spectacular now.
So I want to talk about the R5s a little bit, because not only do you drive one, obviously you are with McKenna Motorsports. You've been fielding several R5s throughout the championship, both last year and now going into this year. You opened up a new shop where McKenna Motorsports is now based. You've got this full-on push into being the top person to go to when it comes to renting a car, the ride and drive type of scenario that is more common in Europe, not so much in the US, but it looks like it's really gaining ground.
Yeah, it's just something that I said I'd try out last year, and it's definitely proven out good. We actually relocated the shop again. We were in Vermont, so we ended up. I bought a property upstate New York, so now we've just after moving in there last week, and we've inherited a couple of good customers from last year, to more steady rent, I think, and we've already committed a full season with John Kine, and then Ryan Booth is also doing a full season with us. They might miss one or two events, but pretty much certain they're going to do 90% of it.
Well, you seem like you're sitting pretty well right now, and it's really fun to see. So with the one of the cars that was rented out there was Ryan Booth. Now, he wasn't able to make the first day, but he was out there the second day. How's he been doing in that R5? Because I got to see him at Tour de Forest, his first time in that car, and he looked like he adapted to it pretty damn quick.
All right, and his speed it's there. Like he it was he went in there in my notes, no recce,
Wow.
and I think he was third quickest on the first stage, or maybe even second quickest, and then he ended up just a little bit of maybe just slid off the road on his second stage on Saturday, but then when he got back going again, I think he maybe set four of the second fastest times overall. He's his speed is not even questionable. Me and him done a good test in Sweet Lamb in Wales, and he was pretty much on the same time as me in a similar car. So it'll be good to see him out now. I'm looking forward to seeing his result in 100 Acre Wood.
Well, the 100 Acre Wood is coming up, and I guess you're going to be bringing the big car out for that one?
Yeah, it has to come out.
Excellent. Well, it is a very fast rally, but there's also another rally you told me about that you're going to be maybe going to before that. Tell us a little bit about heading a little south of the border.
Yeah, so we're going to give Mexico a shot for the first time now this year. I'm taking my Skoda R5 out to that. So the car is being loaded on a container today in Scotland, and it's been shipped across, and we're going to test in Phoenix, Arizona. We've a 2-day test at the end of this month, and then the car comes back. It's a quick re-prep, and then we drive to Mexico with it. John Klein is also going to that rally in an R5 Fiesta, and I'm in the R5 Skoda. So really looking forward to it. Looking forward to driving a different car. I've had a 200-kilometer test in that car already, but really looking forward to getting a rally in. I've yet to drive anything else, a 4-wheel drive car in a rally, so it'll be good to see how well the Skoda can do.
Well, those things have the reputation. They've always done very well when it comes to the championship with the WRC or the WRC2, I guess, the support category. So that'll be exciting to see you guys down there. I guess the last thing I was going to kind of wrap up with is talking about the fact that with the proliferation we're now seeing of these R5s in America and North America in general, we've now added an RC2, not just a cup, but it is actually one of the podium classes for ARA. That must really excite you to see that many people driving them, more and more coming over all the time, not just the ones fielded by McKenna Motorsports.
Yeah, it is exciting. Like just in Snowdrift, out of 40 entries, there was 4 R5 Fiestas. So like I think in 100 Acre Wood, it's 6 R5s is kind of going. There's already 8 of them in the country. There's one more coming into Canada just after hearing. So I think that guy is going to come down and start participating in the ARA events as well next year. So 2 years ago there wasn't one. Now there's 8. Who knows where it's going to be in another couple of years. No doubt they're one of the best cars going.
Well, it seems like a solid platform. Nothing compared to that S2000 Turbo, though, because that's a mean beast for being at the front of the field. But we definitely look forward to seeing that at 100 Acre Wood, and that's the next time that ARA will see you. You're doing the entire championship, I believe?
Yeah, so far, yeah. we'll it'll be a struggle now. We're planning to go to 100 Acre Wood, but of course, Mexico, it's all dependent on how that goes. So if we get a good, nice, clean finish, because it finishes on Sunday afternoon, then we fly out of Leon on Monday. We get back to New York for 2 days, and then back on a plane to go to 100 Acre Wood to drive the 2-liter car. So yeah, it should be fun.
No rest for the wicked, man. No rest. Love it.
Yeah, that's the tightest schedule.
Well, congratulations on your win at Snowdrift. Your second overall win with ARA. A great job out there, especially in really tricky conditions. Love seeing those new cars out here, but look forward to seeing you in the familiar S2000 Turbo at 100 Acre Wood. Barry, have a great night. Again, good to talk to you, and we'll see you at 100 Acre.
Thank you, Mike.
See you later.
Bye.